Hello, welcome to the Crates Motel. My name's Conan. So, Akai have released an update to the firmware with a few changes. I'm not going to go through all the changes. There's enough content creators that have already done that. What I am going to do today is concentrate on one particular thing and a workaround, and it's to do with track mutes. Let's jump in. Okay, so I've got a beat loaded up in the MPC, just a house beat with some organ over the top from a previous video. So when they announced the new update and that they had addressed some of the issues with track mute, it would appear that they have addressed some of the issues with track mute, but not... Okay, look, everyone has their own workflow. The biggest thing for me in the track mute was if I added a reverb or a delay onto a track and I press track mute, I would want that reverb or that delay to carry on, to have a tail. And in the first firmware update in 3.0, when you pressed mute, it would just cut that tail off. So I was hoping that with the new update, they would have addressed this, because they, you know, there's quite a few content creators that were sent the firmware before most of us, and when they release their videos, it's all about track mutes. Everyone, track mutes is working now, and it's not. I'm sorry, it's not working. It's still not working exactly how it's supposed to work. I'm not sponsored by Akai, so I don't care what I say. It doesn't bother me. But it would appear that some content creators don't feel that way, and they've made a video about track mutes saying it's fixed, and it isn't. So the problem that we have at the moment is the same as the problem that we had before regarding reverbs and delays. I mean, that's no good to me. That's no good to me at all. Actually, let's just put that back on again and take this out. That cuts off. It is pointless, really. If I stop it, then the tail carries on. That's fine. That's kind of what we want. However, with the mute situation, when you turn the mute off, you want the tail to carry on, especially if you're working live, and even when you're putting a track together. If you put a reverb or a delay onto a source, you want the tail to carry on afterwards, because that's kind of the point, right? So there is a workaround. At track level, we have the air delay on. So let's just take air delay off at track level. Now, if we go into our returns, if you use a template like I do, you already have your returns set up with reverbs or with delays on them. On return 2, I have air delay set up on there. So that's now at a return level. It's now a send effect rather than an insert effect. Insert effect would be putting the effect on at track level or pad level, and a send effect is where I'm putting on the return, and then from the channel I'm sending. You can see here I'm sent to number 2. So now if I go to number 2, my delay is on there and my organ has got the delay on it. But the great thing is about this is your workaround, because now in track mute, let's just take that out so you can hear it a bit better. So now it's playing the tail. So that's great. That's brilliant. It would still be good if at track level with an insert effect, or pad level with an insert effect, you could do the track mute and it still play the tail. So that's still an issue for me personally, and well, not just personally, I know it's an issue for quite a few other people as well, because I've seen quite a few people talk about it in forums, etc. So unfortunately, track mute is still not properly fixed. And we can cross our fingers. Just make sure you report it. This is the most important thing. If you're part of the beta, however you want to pronounce it. In England, we say beta. In Greece, which is where the word's from, they say Vita because they pronounce their B's as V's. In America, you say beta. Weird. Anyway, moving on. If you're part of the beta program, our job is to report any issues. It's great that people talk about it on the forums. That's awesome. But really, you need to report it to Akai because then they can address it. I'm fairly certain this would have already been reported, and I'm fairly certain with the new update, it would have been re-reported. So let's hope that they sort that out, because I think if you're using track mutes, it's quite a vital part to still have the tail if you're using a reverbal delay. So there you have it. It's a bit of a workaround. It's a quite easy, straightforward workaround, but it works. We can all hope that Akai will sort out this issue in the next update. We don't know how many more updates there's going to be until it's a full release, but all we can do is keep experimenting, keep pushing it to its limits, finding the issues, reporting the issues, and hopefully at some point we'll get there. This is the Crates Motel. My name's Conan. Till next time.